Hello, this is Blue Star, Defender of Equestria, and this is my next ComRac video. But this time, it's suited for success. Because this was actually requested by someone. Sorry, I forgot by who. Sorry. But since it's my first fan request, I think I'll do this one. Because I must admit, I kind of want to do this one rather than whatever the next one was. So anyway, this is certainly a good Rarity episode. Yeah, after watching AMY Pody's video about spoilers, I may not do an intro, quote-unquote, like I sometimes do. But I must admit, again, in this case, I still think if you're going out and trying to find one of these, you've probably seen the episode already. And if you haven't, you should go see it anyway. But anyway, with that, let's just get on with it then. So just a sec. Oh yes, by the way, this is not a plug for this book. I just think it's just really cool looking and stuff like that. So if you don't want to buy it, you don't have to or anything like that. It's just really nice and pretty and stuff. Oh yes, and I must admit, my my caster is in fact in the background, just in the off chance that I use it. And not to mention, it looks kind of cool too anyway, but not gonna say. Oh, and of course, the big thing, obviously, I forgot to mention, is this very sophisticated blanket covering my bookshelf, because those books were kind of annoying me. So we'll see how this works out. It'll probably work out okay. But anyway, let's get to the ComRac. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start. Ah! Going deaf!
Lessons. Can't you just picture it? Moi, stepping out in a stunning new gown at the Grand Galloping Gala in Canterlot.
Ooh, it's the Grand Galloping Gala. Ah! Ooh. At least she landed on her feet.
Why, yes, I did make it myself. Thank you so much for asking.
Bat those eyes. Aww. Aww.
Oh, well, of course you can help me. Thank you. What's that? You want to help me more? Oh, aren't you the sweetest thing?
Ooh, that looks uncomfortable.
Careful now, don't move. This shouldn't take long at all.
Oh, that was scary. It's like, it's not... There we go. That's better. Darn, I forgot the name of this place.
Howdy, Rarity. Shh. Can't you see Rarity's trying to concentrate? What do you think she's making? Looks like a dress.
What a shocker.
Well, that makes sense, since this is a dressmaker shop and all.
Cunning.
Is there something I can help you with? Oh, so very sorry to trouble you.
Charlatan
But I need a
Fulton.
quick favor.
I must admit, I'd like to take note of who writes what
Could you please
episode.
fix a button for me? It's my dress for the Grand Galloping Gala.
That's an odd-looking dress to me. It looks like a clown outfit, in all honesty.
You can't wear this old thing.
Oh,
You need a glamorous new
terrible.
outfit
Oh,
for the gala.
how could you,
And I'll
Twilight? How could
No
you?
problem at all. It would be my pleasure.
Oh, that's really sweet of you to offer, Rarity. But I can't let you do that. It would be so much work.
Yes, it
This
would.
dress is fine.
Twilight Sparkle, I insist on making you a new dress.
Careful.
Not another word. I won't take no for an answer.
Well, in that case, thank you for your generosity, Rarity.
See, she
Knowing
is
your
generous.
handiwork, I'm sure it will be absolutely beautiful.
Yes, it will. It's like, what do you want?
Let me guess, Applejack. You don't want a new gown either. Gown?
Gown.
Shoot.
Applejack?
I was just gonna wear
Gown?
my work goods. You can't possibly
Sacrilege.
be serious, Applejack. You absolutely must wear formal attire.
I must have been up with Rarity on this one.
Nah.
No. Just
I
no.
just spruce up your duds
Duds.
for you a little bit.
Yeah, okay, sure, why not? Since you're offering and all, just don't make them too frou-frou.
Frou.
Look out below!
What? At least she warned us this time before bashing through
Sorry,
this roof.
new trick. Didn't quite work.
Yeah, you just put a hole in Rarity's roof.
Idea!
Uh-oh, she's got an
I'll
idea.
make you an outfit for the Gala 2 Rainbow Dash.
Outfit for the what now?
Outfit for the what?
For you and you and
She doesn't even remember the Grand Galloping Gala.
Pinky and Fluttershy
Oh,
too.
she's so
When I'm
excited.
done, we can hold our very own fashion show.
Ooh.
What a great idea. If you're sure you can handle it.
Oh, it'll be a little bit of work, but it'll be a wonderful boost for my business. Plus, fun!
Oh
I
dear.
love fun things. Then it's settled. We'll have a fashion show starring us. Yay!
Oh no, I must make the.
So, all you have to do is make a different, stunning, original, amazing outfit for
Wow, look at her
1, 2, 3, 4,
expression.
5, plus yourself 6 ponies and lickety-split.
Oh, Applejack. You make it sound as if it's going to be hard.
I fall into this trap myself. That shouldn't be that hard. But it was.
Twilight stress, cutting out the pattern snip by snip, making sure the fabric falls nicely.
Run!
The color
Aw.
and so hip. Always got to keep in mind my pacing, making sure the clothes correctly facing. I'm stitching twilight stress. Yard by yard, fussing on the details.
It's dangerous being a cat on this place.
Don't you know a stitch in time saves 9? Make her something perfect to inspire. Even though she hates formal attire, gotta mind those intimate details. Even though she's more concerned with sales, it's Applejack's new dress.
Such coordination, Rarity.
Dressmaking's easy. For Pinkie Pie, something pink.
No kidding.
Something breezy. Blend color and form. Do you think it looks cheesy?
They did good on this one. They did good on this song. It's good.
Something brash, perhaps quite fetching. Hook and eye, couldn't you just simply dive? Making sure it fits for lock and crest. Don't forget some magic in the dress. Even though it rides high on the flank, rainbow won't look like a tank. Stitching rainbow dress.
Oh dear.
Piece by piece, snip by snip, croup, duck, haunch, shoulders, hips, thread by thread, print and press.
Run!
Yard by yard, never stressed,
The cameraman's been
and
ironed.
that's the order of the dress.
She can sing and do all this at the same time. Wait for her. It's dangerous being a cameraman on this show. I'm gonna have to make a list of all the ways all the cameramen have been killed in this show. Open your eyes.
These are your new outfits. What do you think of your old duds now, Applejack? Pretty swanky, are they not?
Nice.
Oh, I'm Twilight. I made this dress for you, and I designed each outfit themed to perfectly reflect each pony's unique personality.
Aw, Hope was happy.
Forever to get the colors right on this one, Rainbow Dash, but I did it. Oh, and it turned out beautiful, don't you think?
Yes.
And I know you're going to love yours, Fluttershy. It just sings spring. And Pinkie Pie, look, pink, your favorite. Aren't they all amazing?
I think pink was a little obvious for Pinkie Pie, don't you think? Aw, I think they're great. They're nice. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Wow.
Tell me what you think.
They sure are, something.
Yes, something. I love
Awkward.
Something is my favorite.
She's shocked. Fluttershy's like,
But what's the matter? Don't you like them?
They're
aw.
very nice.
And we're plumb grateful because you worked so hard on them.
Mine's just not as cool as I was imagining.
Ooh.
She asked.
I guess
She's-
what we're all
he is
saying
actually right.
that they're just not what we had in mind.
Oh, poor Rarity. She's like,
That's okay.
okay, I can handle this.
No problem. There's plenty more where that came from.
Aw.
They were only a first pass. You're my friends, and I want you to be 110% satisfied. Not to worry. I'll redo them.
Oh, Rarity, you don't have to do that. They're fine.
I want them to be better than just
Why do I not
fine.
believe you?
I want you to think they're absolutely perfect.
Are you sure? I mean, we wouldn't want to impose.
Oh, it's
Her I
not-
believe.
Really,
I should
I
believe her,
insist.
but yo. Ooh, she looks mean.
In that case, thank you again, Rarity.
Ugh.
What have I gotten myself into?
Oh dear, poor Rarity.
Hello? You wanted to see me, Rarity?
Fluttershy, your new gown's ready. I completely revised it, and I know you're going to love it. What do you think?
Zoom out, I can't see.
I love it.
Oh, you
Oh,
liar.
you're just saying that.
No, I do. It's
I forget, was it
Nice.
different?
nice.
If you don't like it, you should just tell me.
Oh, but I do like it.
Like it or love it?
Ooh, Rarity's quite mean.
Which is it?
please stop asking me this.
Just tell me
Oh,
what
poor
you really
Rarity. I
think.
mean, Fluttershy. I mean, I guess both of them.
No, it's fine.
Tell me.
Ooh,
I like
she's
it.
mean.
Tell me. Alright, since you really want to know. The arm size tight, the midi collar doesn't go with the shawl lapel. The hems are clearly machine stitched. The pleats are uneven. The fabric looks like toile. Used a back stitch here when it clearly called for a top stitch or maybe a traditional blanket stitch. And the over design is reminiscent of pret-a-porter and not true French haute couture.
What?
But, you know, whatever you want to do is fine.
Wow. She somehow knows a lot about
Now,
dressmaking.
stars on my belt need to be technically accurate.
Wait,
Orion
I
has
sense another
3
song
stars
coming
his
on.
belt, Not 4.
Stitch by stitch, stitching it together. Deadline looms. Don't you know the client's always right? Even if my fabric choice was perfect,
Ow.
gotta get them all done by tonight. Picky by the colors, too obtrusive. Wait until you see it in the light. I'm sewing them
Oh, poor Rarity.
Don't you think my gown would be more me with some lollipops? Well, I think balloons. Well,
Yes.
do
Do it! Do it now!
One more change. I'm sewing them together. Take
Sorry about saying a lot, because I like this one. It's
Fluttershy,
good.
you're putting me in a bind.
Curses.
Rainbow Dash, what is on your mind?
Oh.
Oh my gosh, there's simply not much time.
Oh,
Don't
poor
forget,
Rarity.
Applejack's belts must shine. Dressmaking's easy. Every customer's call brings a whole new revision. Have to pick up the pace, still hold to my vision.
That constellation is Canis Major, not minor.
French haute couture, please.
Say what? Wait, the French! What are they doing here?
Whatever rhymes.
Just kidding.
Galoshes.
More balloons! Oh no, that's too many balloons. More candy! Oh, less candy!
Candy?
I know, streamers!
Streamers.
Who's
Dreamers.
Streamers it is.
If I'm really curious to really analyze this really good.
What? Aren't you going to tell me to change something too?
No, I just want my dress to be cool. Do you not like the color?
Bummer.
The color's fine.
Not helpful.
Just make it look cooler. Do you not like the shape? The shape's fine. Just make the whole thing, you know, cooler.
It's not helpful.
It needs to be about 20% cooler.
And there the line was born.
All we really like is what we know. Gotta balance style with adherence, making sure we make a good appearance. Even if you simply have to fudge it, make sure that it stays within our budget. Got to
What budget? She's doing this for free.
Remember, it's all in the presentation.
Oh no.
Piece by piece, snip by snip, croup, duck, haunch, shoulders, hip, bolt by bolt, primmed and pressed, yard by yard, always stressed.
Poor
And
girl.
That's the art of the dress.
Oh, she is dead. Quick, someone call an ambulance.
Opal, these are the ugliest dresses I've ever made.
Bummer. Poor Rarity.
Okay, I did exactly what
I must admit, I kind of know how that feels
now, don't
too.
hold back. Let me know what you really think. Oh,
Like, even she doesn't like them.
they're the best duds I ever did see.
Terrible.
Exactly what I asked for!
Oh, I definitely have to comment on that later.
Are you as happy with them as we are?
Ugh.
Well, I'm happy that all of you are happy. I'm just relieved to finally be done.
I know that feeling too.
You are never
Ooh,
gonna believe
hi,
this.
Spike.
You've heard of hoity-toity?
Hoity-toity.
Bigwig fashion hotshot and Canterlot?
Uh-huh. He heard about your fashion show. Well, maybe I happened to mention it to him. He's coming here.
Just
all the way
happened
from
to mention it to
Canterlot
him. How
see
nice.
your work, Rarity. Whoa, Nelly. You could sell a ton of dresses to this guy. Your business will be booming.
That is so
It's like, uh-oh, how do I tell them?
Hoity-toity, he's coming here to see these dresses?
Yep. Get
Bummer.
ready. All your dreams to come true.
More like all her nightmares. Ooh. Oh, poor girl. I was gonna say, was that Derpy? No, that wasn't Derpy.
There he is.
I'm sure she's in there somewhere. I mean, I just thought, he's not a unicorn. A lot of these snobs are all unicorns. Ooh. Poor guy.
Ooh. Okay, relax, Rarity. Your friends like their
Calmness,
outfits, and
Rarity,
so will he.
calmness.
What's wrong with the lights?
I was gonna say, we just got dark.
Oh, yes, that means the show's starting. Good.
Good. Ah, vinyl scratch. Ah, it's bright.
Since the beginning of time, the elite of
Old school microphone.
longed for
Cool.
pony fashions that truly express the essence of their very souls.
Ouch, it's
Each of them
dramatic.
waited decades, no, centuries, for the perfect pony gown. Today, at long last, Equestria, your wait is over.
Oh
Let's
dear.
hear it for the breathtaking designs of Ponyville's own Rarity.
Oh dear. Dude, this like a. Wait a minute. It kind of look like a tank. Yeah, she definitely looks like some sort of bizarre looking tank. It's like, oh, these are horrible. Yuck. That helmet looks absolutely lethal. Maybe we overdid it. Oops. Sorry.
Oh dear. You think we overdid it?
Yes.
Okay, maybe a little.
Oh, those amateurish designs look like a piled-on mishmash of everything but the kitchen sink.
Why did she have a kitchen sink there?
It's a travesty, is what it is. Those outfits are the ugliest things I've ever seen. Oh, for shame.
Oh, for
Who's
shame, for
responsible
shame.
subjecting our eyes to these horrors, not to mention wasting my valuable time.
Like me?
I'd be.
Come on out and take a bow, Rarity. It's really hard for this. Yes.
Bummer.
Go Rarity.
Sometimes Spike isn't exactly the sharpest tool in the shed. Awkward. Cut the commercial, cut the commercial.
Rarity, you okay in there? You haven't come out for days.
Bummer.
I'm never coming out. I can't show my face in Ponyville ever again.
No.
I used to be some pony. I used to be respected. I made dresses, beautiful, beautiful dresses. But now every pony is laughing at me. I'm nothing but a laughing stock.
Oh, I shouldn't be laughing, but it's just so classically over dramatic acting. But it's great. It's great. Good for them.
Come on out and talk to us.
Please.
Leave me alone. I want to be alone.
I want to be alone, darling.
Whatever it is the ponies are supposed to wallow in. Wallow in pity. Oh, listen to me. I don't even know what I'm supposed to wallow in.
Oh, poor Rarity. Oh.
Now what do we do?
Bust down the door?
That's her answer for everything.
Well, we can't just leave Rarity like this.
No.
She'll become a crazy cat lady. She only has one cat. Give her time.
Give it time. A plan.
Exile. I guess technically I'd have to move away to live in exile. Where would I go? And what would I pack? Oh, it's going to take me forever to do all of that packing. What are you supposed to pack when you go into exile? You're supposed to pack warm? Opal?
It's a good question. Let's go.
There! Hang on, you poor dear. Mama's coming.
Aw, Mama's coming.
Rainbow Dash? How dare you strand my poor Opal in a tree?
Ooh.
Well, how else were we gonna get you out here to show you this?
Ooh,
What is it?
pretty.
It's you. We all finished your dress for you.
That was nice.
Thanks to Fluttershy's freaky knowledge of sewing.
Thanks to her freaky knowledge of sewing.
Like it. Like it.
Like it.
Oh, she doesn't like it.
No.
No, I don't like it.
I don't. Aww.
I love it!
Yes.
You ponies
An
did
oldie
an
but a goodie.
amazing job. It's exactly the way I imagined it.
Well, that's good.
We just followed your brilliant design. Like we should have let you do for our outfits.
Engineering or
Those first
design.
dresses you designed were perfect. We're so super sorry.
Aww.
You worked really hard to make our dresses exactly the way we wanted them.
And we all saw how well that turned out. Oh, I forgive you.
Well, that's mighty big of you.
But my whole career is still ruined.
Bummer.
Oh, right. That.
That is a bit of a problem.
Maybe not.
All right, I haven't got all day. Take two.
little surprised that he did this after seeing how badly she messed up. Ah, the light. She doesn't need no stinking lighting equipment. She can do it herself. Look at the stars.
Hello.
Oh, he has eyes. Ah. Ow. Ah, we're at Apple Acres. Sweet Apple Acres. Oh, whoa.
Simply magnificent! And I suddenly have a fierce craving for some Dutch apple pie, candied apples on a stick, apple turnover.
Applejack should remember that. Make a great commercial. Candy.
Brilliant!
Ah. Whoa. Dangerous lightning everywhere. Cool.
Oh, spectacular!
He looks mean or something. Where are all these things coming from? Wow, there's such production value here, there really is. As there always is in this show.
Now this is a fashion show! Oh, these dresses are absolutely amazing!
Oh, good.
Who is responsible? Step forward.
Who is
show
responsible for
yourself.
this?
Brava! Brava! Magnifico! Oh,
Oh, he's happy this time. That's cool.
Oh, thank you so much!
Dear Princess Celestia, this week my very talented friend Rarity learned that if you try to please every pony, you oftentimes end up pleasing no pony, especially yourself.
How true.
And I learned this. When some pony offers to do you a favor, like making you a beautiful dress, you shouldn't be overly critical of something generously given to you. In other words, you shouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth.
It's a little inappropriate for them, but that would be slavery. But we'll let that go.
Rarity, my congratulations to you on a most impressive fashion debut. Would you do me the great honor of allowing me to feature your couture in my best of the best boutique in Canterlot? Now, I'll need you to make a dozen of each dress for me by next Tuesday.
Bummer. Success has its problem. Oh dear. Dozen? Why does he need a dozen of each dress? Woo. Oh, whatever. As always, thank you to you wonderful people for making the show. I know you work very, very hard. Thank you. DHX. Hasbro. Alrighty then. Okay. Oh dear, that was a good one. That was a good one. Again, this had a lot of really, really, really good production value in it. That man, I mean, those the second. Darn, I'm sorry. I was still a little sleep deprived and messed up. It's been a stressful, hard week, I'm afraid. But anyway, but yes, yeah, the second fashion show was, there was such production value there, and obviously it had two, you could almost call it one song in a way, but whatever. But it had, two really good songs in it, and Brony Curious did a really good analysis, of this whole thing of this is basically like the 5 different kinds of clients. It's like Twilight's the one that knows exactly what she wants, but she's so detailed and demanding and stuff. And Rainbow Dash doesn't know what the heck she wants. It just needs to be 20% cooler. And with that line was born. Who would have thunk that a line like that would have gone on to be, almost a major big slogan or something for a lot of bronies and stuff like that. But That's cool. I mean, I like this episode a lot. I mean, it's a good Rarity episode. I must admit, I like the parts at the end when she's overacting, and like being overly dramatic. It's like, I want to be alone. No, it's I want to be alone. It's like, no, I can't. That was a pretty poor impression. It's like she does all these cool things of her voice when she's like all stressed and stuff. And it's like she's really good. She's really good and stuff. I mean, it's not bad acting. It's maybe overly dramatic and overacting, but it's done in a very good way, and it's very good. I like it a lot. But yeah, there's obviously I think this was the first real good Rarity episode. It was pretty cool. I mean, we get to see a lot about Rarity. Rarity is in fact generous. I mean, she's very generous. She's not really self-centered in this one. She's really caring more about the main six, about what they want and stuff like that. And she just wants to make them each a dress. And so if she's a dressmaker, it's not a big deal to her. But little did she know what she was getting into. And again, I must admit, as a programmer, I encounter this situation a lot, and sometimes I go through this as well. In fact, one time, somebody gave me it was like a poem or something. It was a poem or something. We'll just say it's like basically it's like about programmers. It's like customer relationships with programmers and the customer, and basically it's like the customer asks the programmer to write them a piece of software. The programmer writes a piece of software, then the customer goes, well, this is exactly what I asked for, but not what I wanted. That often happens a lot. It's like, well, I want you to do this, and I went and did that, but no, it's not really what I want. I want to do this instead. And Rarity has sort of the same problem, is that all her friends basically they basically know kind of what they want, but in the end, it's not really. They thought they wanted these things, but in reality, they didn't, or they realized, no, these were wrong. It's like, I must admit, never ignore the engineer. It's like, never ignore an engineer, or in this case, obviously, an expert. Don't ignore the expert. It's like, Rarity was like, obviously trying to tell them, no, this is a bad idea. You shouldn't do this. But they don't care. The customer's always right. The customer's always right, even when they're dead wrong. And to a point, that is true. You know what? If you were making a custom dress for someone that wasn't going to be done in the fashion show, fine. You want me to do this? Fine, I'll do it. It'll look horrid, but I'll do it for you. I'll make it for you. It'll be horrible, but in this case, of course, it affects Rarity as well, which is, I think, an important part why they did that. Because, yeah, if she just made these dresses and they went to the Grand Galloping Gala and they look like idiots, okay, the main six look like idiots, but it doesn't really affect Rarity. By basically making this obviously affect Rarity, then they all of a sudden realize, maybe we were wrong. Maybe we should have listened to Rarity or not pushed Rarity so hard. And again, Rarity's doing this for free. She's not. The main six technically aren't paying her to do this. She's doing it out of the generosity and love of her heart and all that stuff, which is cool. Rarity is. I mean, I do like Rarity. She's not my favorite pony. I must admit, I'm going to say my favorite pony is Twilight, because I'm a lot like Twilight, because I have some of the same issues. Like, I have anxiety issues and stuff, and I'm reasonably intelligent and stuff. I mean, if I was transported to Equestria, I could definitely be the male version of Twilight very, very, very well. But anyway, I like Rarity because she's one of these characters who basically you think you know her, you think you understand her. It's like her cutie mark. Her cutie mark is not all that it appears to be. You would think that her cutie mark would be scissors or sewing or stuff like that. That's what she does. She does dresses. But her cutie mark is gems. And the reason her cutie mark is gems, I must admit, I don't know if I'm going to get this right in this short time that I have, but her cutie mark is gems because she finds the beauty in other people and stuff like that, I believe, is the short explanation to that. And she's, she is a gem. She is very beautiful and stuff like that, outside and inside. I mean, she sometimes doesn't look at it because she sometimes is very self-centered and self-absorbed and stuff like that. But a lot of times she is generous. She does care. And this episode shows this. She does care. She generally does care about her friends, and she wants to please her friends, but she also wants to, basically not have them be embarrassed. She tries to help. and stuff like that. I mean, she didn't have to do this, or she could have charged them to do this, but she didn't. She did it out of the goodness of her heart and because she's generous. This is who and what she is. She's more than what she appears. Because again, when you first look at Rarity, you look at her as, oh, she's the classic, sort of self-absorbed, selfish kind of girl, and stuff like that, who's completely obsessed with fashion and, jewelry and herself and stuff like that. But that's not the case. I mean, that's on the surface. Underneath, Rarity is a very generous, loving, caring person when it comes down to it, because otherwise she would not have done this. If she was totally self-absorbed, she would not have done this. She would have said, she wouldn't have even suggested this idea. She might have just simply, she goes out of her way to help her friends and stuff like that, and that's cool. And there's certainly a lot more to Rarity than meets the eye, which is cool. And I do like her. She's cool. And I like how she, again, at a physical standpoint, she is capable of fighting. I mean, go watch Friendship is Magic Part 2. She gets a good kick on the Manticore and stuff, so she's not weak and helpless, but she's not all arrogant and like and stuff about it either, but she's it's like, underestimate Rarity at your own peril. Physically and emotionally. I think that's in a way the best way that shortly describes Rarity, is that underestimate her at your own peril. Yes, and again, I must admit, as an engineer, as someone who, frankly, I know a lot of people ignore engineers, who somehow think that they know better than engineers. It's like, yeah, I mean, this episode, its sub-lesson, I think, is don't ignore the experts. People who know what they're talking about, don't ignore them. Listen to them, because they know a lot more than you do. But yeah, overall, this is a really good episode. It had a really good lesson. I mean, the main six, unfortunately, were not too bright in this one. Unfortunately, they were only real in classic sort of young person fashion. They don't realize they've driven off a cliff until they've driven off the cliff. But the good news is they do learn the lesson, and they immediately attempt to fix it, and somehow are able to fix it, which is good, because I wouldn't want Rarity to go into exile. It's like, oh, poor Rarity. Good news is Rarity didn't have to go into exile. Oh no, I'm glad Rarity's not going into exile. She's good. I mean, I like her. She's really good. I mean, she's good. She's definitely a very good addition to the main six, and she's cool. I like her. And again, underestimate her at your peril. So I think that is the end I think that will be the end of this ComRac video. So until next time, this is Blue Star. Stay strong and pony on. Blue Star out.